There is a long tradition of ranching in the Dunnigan Hills. The sheep farmers valued the open expanse of grasslands on gravelly soils where grazing was plentiful, and the Jaguar family has been tied to that tradition since 1852. Now, the sixth generation is creating their own tradition, using sheep not for wool or food, but to improve the health of the soil, the health of the vines, and the quality of the grapes. The Herdsman is centered on the heritage Cabernet clones planted in our vineyard. These gravelly soils produce the most expansive, intensely flavored fruit in the appellation. The Flying Sheep is an homage to the Jaguar family ranching tradition that launched their life of farming in the Dunnigan Hills.
The story of Matchbook is the story of this soil type called Corning red gravel. You can see all the gravel here. It's the perfect soil type to grow Cabernet on. Our focus now is to use organic and regenerated practices to improve soil health, vine health, and ultimately wine quality.
We're doing 4 things to transition to regenerative and organic farming. One of the main things we're doing is planting of cover crop down the middle of the rows. What that does is increases soil organic matter, increases water, soil nutrition, nutrient availability, and that increases vine health. Another thing we're really excited about is we brought in sheep into the vineyards. What the sheep do is they add natural fertilizer. They break down the cover crop. Those nutrients then go into the soil, making them available to the vine. In turn, they also reduce the amount of fossil fuel use in the farm. And another thing we're doing is making compost and compost tea. What these do is help improve the soil biology that break down the soil organic matter and improve our vine health. We also have a solar farm that we brought online this past summer, owl boxes, hawk perches, habitat. We are learning to live without herbicides, without pesticides, without the synthetic fertilizers. So the compost teas, the cover crops, they're all part of improving the biodiversity of the vineyards that overall reduces the dependence on the pesticides and the herbicides.
Since our vineyard team is doing such a fantastic job in getting us in the direction of regenerative organic, it really is meaningful in the glass of wine that we'll have. It'll create more complexity, more intensity, stronger flavors. This really allows us the ability to make the best Cabernet possible. We can grow our grapes and pick it and deliver it to the winery within 15 minutes of it being picked. It's a luxury that most people don't have. It allows us to go straight into tanks, no de-stemming and crushing involved. We blend Cabernet grapes with another grape, Petit Syrah or Petit Verdot, and co-ferment that in the fermenter. And we pick it on the same day and it goes into one tank. And by doing that, we're getting this synergy of characters, this increase in color and texture and intensity that I think makes a better wine than the individual components blending together. And from this point, we know it's going to be the Herdsman, our top shelf Cabernet. This process of selection doesn't happen just overnight. We'll taste and taste and taste over a series of weeks, and we come up with the proper lots. Most of these lots are new clones that we have. They're called heritage clones. Heritage clones are a grape selection process that happened several years ago. Back at UC Davis, the selection criteria is based solely on quality of the wine that the grapes produce. Inglenook, To Kalon, and Silverado are the 3 heritage clones that we have planted in our vineyards right now. Our Herdsman Cabernet gets to that point by aging gracefully into these casks that we get straight from France. They hold 40,000 glasses of wine inside of each and every one of these. These beautiful new casks are creating a richer, softer wine for us. In addition with the oak barrels that are customarily used to give us that great toasty oak flavors of mocha and chocolate and spices. We are really making an exceptional product here with our Herdsman Cabernet.